Let's talk about subject-verb agreement, specifically 3 challenges to watch for. So, what do we mean when we say subject-verb agreement? We mean that the subject and the verb of a sentence or clause match each other in singular or plural formation. Let's look at an example. A singular subject must take a singular verb. In the sentence, the student likes her classes at Germana, we're talking about one singular student, so the verb has to be singular too. We do that in the simple present tense by adding the s to the base form of the verb like. A plural subject, however, must take a plural verb. In the sentence, the students like their classes at Germana, we're talking about more than one student, at least 2 or more, and so the verb has to be plural to match. In the simple present tense, the plural form is the same as the base form of the verb. There are 3 challenging situations to watch out for. The first situation is when there are additional words between the subject and the verb. The second situation is when there is a compound subject, meaning more than one subject. And the third situation is when the subject involves an indefinite pronoun. When considering the situation of additional words, the question to ask is, where is the subject? That must be properly identified in order to choose the proper verb form. One of my favorite desserts is chocolate. Oh, it's so true. In this sentence, do not assume that the noun closest to the verb is the subject. Desserts is not the correct subject in this example. One way to find the true subject of the verb is to put parentheses around any modifying information that comes between the subject and the verb. There could be a prepositional phrase or other modifying information after the subject that serves to describe the subject. When we add those parentheses, we can see that the correct subject is one, and the correct verb, therefore, would be is, not are. Look at this example. Many people who love chocolate prefer milk chocolate to dark chocolate. Do you think the subject is chocolate? Let's do the parentheses test to see if there are additional words being added to the real subject. Now we can see that people is the correct subject, and so the verb needs to be the plural, prefer. The second situation is compound subjects. Compound means more than one, and so here, instead of asking where the subject is, we need to ask if the compound subject is considered singular or plural. This will depend on the joining words. Let's consider the joining words or and nor. The verb agrees or matches the subject nearest the verb. Here we have John or Charlie, both singular subjects joined by or, so the singular has cleaned is the correct present perfect form to be used. But when the compound subject contains both singular and plural subjects, the verb agrees with the subject nearest the verb. Therefore, since the subjects are John and then plural brothers, the correct verb would be have cleaned. Let's consider the joining word and. More than one subject joined by and takes a plural verb. In this example, all 3 friends were recognized for high achievement at the graduation ceremony. It's nice when friends can share their success together. It's important to note that the expressions as well as, together with, along with, in addition to, including, and no less than will take the verb form that matches the first subject mentioned. So in this example, even though the same young man was there with his 2 best friends, the phrase in addition to means that the verb only matches the original singular subject, the young man. If the first subject mentioned were plural, then so would the verb be plural. Last, let's explore the situation of indefinite pronouns. These refer to all words ending in one, body, or thing, which take a singular verb. For example, everybody or everyone agrees that all the family members should share the house chores. The indefinite pronoun everyone is the subject and takes a singular verb, agrees. We can all agree that these tips on subject-verb agreement will help students be more confident with academic writing. For more great tips and academic resources, visit the Academic Center for Excellence. We're here to help you.